us Reese here at Legendz Boxing Gym, catching up with massage therapist slash Cutman slash. What else do you do, Serge?
A little bit of everything. Jack of all trades, master of none, right? Is what they say.
So we're gonna break down what it is that you work with.
Yeah, too easy. I mean,
on a daily basis with your fighters. What is it that you carry in that box of yours?
Not a problem. Well, you know, this is my, like you would say, you know, your mechanic's toolbox.
There you go.
Because basically, like you explained, you have all your tools in here, everything you would need to successfully do your job as a cut man. This is my box. Everybody else has their own box. So, I mean, the setup may be all different, but to me, I can proudly say that I've been complimented many times by different athletic commissions, New York, Las Vegas, even here in California, that they're like, you're very organized. Exactly.
There you go. I was about to say that because I see it. You have it all nice and.
Yeah, you know, I try to keep everything in the sense where I'm gonna need it, you know, to be used the best
right.
way. So I mean, I try to keep all my gauze, you know.
Okay.
Some hand wraps that I just got done making, but.
War right tape, we're gonna go ahead and shout out War Tape.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr.
Give them a
Rodriguez.
plug, you know. War Tape as my sponsor. They supply me with all the tape that I need to take care of these guys' hands, and big shout out to War Tape.
How good is War Tape?
You know what I mean? To me, it's the best tape that I've used thus far.
Okay.
I know that I haven't used every single tape out there, but to me, it's one of the best. You know, it molds perfect. It tightens up where you need it to tighten up. It gives you that cast feeling if you do these wraps right. Okay. So, you know, obviously, at the end of the day, you're protecting the fighter's hands to the best of your abilities. And so far, not just because they're my sponsor, proudly saying that they are my sponsor, but because to me, I think this is one of the best tapes out there. You know, and I've used several styles, several types of tape, but I'm very happy with the War Tape.
If you listen, Mike Rodriguez,
does the trick.
Serge Estrada, Cutman is giving you props. Let's go ahead and continue with what else you got.
So in here, I try to keep all my dries that I'm going to use for the fight. And dries, I mean, my gauzes and extra Q-tips, different sizes.
What's the first thing coming out of your hand whenever a fighter is cut? Once the round is over?
It depends. You know, depends on the size of the fight. Depends on how much bleeding is going on. Sometimes there may be cuts. Perfect example for Negrete when he fought against Ray Vargas. He was cut. Nobody really realized that.
Right.
I wasn't using any medication. It was a small nick. I think it was due to the headbutt or whatnot. Nothing too crazy, but it was above the eye. So I was a little bit, concerned there, but I was able to manage it with just a little bit of, gauze pressure, cold pressure, a little bit of Vaseline just to cover up the open area. But yeah, it depends on the cut.
Okay.
I don't always just jump into the medication or whatnot, adrenaline.
What's the adrenaline used for that? You led me perfectly to what I was about to ask you. What is it used?
So adrenaline is a vasoconstrictor. So what it does, there's different uses for adrenaline. It's an advanced cardiac life support medication.
Okay.
So what that does is essentially, when injected, it speeds up the heart.
All right.
So you make the heart work, So there's times when you'll have commissions that are against you putting adrenaline anywhere near the nostrils because the fighter gets that extra energy.
Right.
So adrenaline is used basically in this situation as a vasoconstrictor. So it constricts the veins that are cut open. Okay. So you constrict those veins and it helps prevent the blood loss. Keeps the fighter clean, keeps the blood from coming.
Right.
So that's
like a seal.
Yes, not necessarily a seal because it's still open.
Okay.
It just shrinks the blood vessels in the open area.
Right.
So you'll still have blood coming, but not as much. It'll make it easier for you to manage it. So that's what adrenaline is used for. But yeah, I have my dries. I have like Q-tips. My different stuff, sterile. This was given to me by a dentist in Mexico.
Okay.
And it has, some medication in there to try to help, again, just like the adrenaline, shrink those blood vessels that are cut open. So little tricks, You
got the Vaseline, obviously.
I have my Vaseline in here. Some people want you to use Vaseline without the cocoa butter scent. Some commissions will only let you use regular Vaseline.
All right.
So I take a little bit of everything depending on what exactly it is I'm doing. This right here, I just came back from Belize. I had a full show, and it was just me as the Cutman, so I wanted to take a big tube, but I could just something quick. I didn't want to keep sticking my fingers in and contaminating it.
Right.
So
So every time you, let's say, even when you're not working a fight, when you show up to a gym, you always carry your box with you?
I do, because you never know what you're asked to do, you know. I mean, I don't just go to, well, I can't say that. I go to the gym sometimes just to, you know, say hi to the guys.
Right.
But in essence, I come ready for whatever you know is out there. If they have sparring, like in today's situation, I was on my way to San Francisco for another show. Things didn't quite work out, and you know whatnot. So I ended up detouring, came over here to Legendz, and I'm here to work. You know, so wherever I'm needed, that's where I'm at. But yes, I always carry it with me because you just never know when you're gonna, you know, be ready for work.
Yes.
So I carry that in there. I carry my 2 different types of Q-tips in here. I have my medications, you know, either in single ml vials, and it's adrenaline.
Okay.
I have my big bottle down here that I use for bigger cuts. Scissors, you can never have too many.
This is my
scissors.
first time featuring a Cutman. Overall, Serge, so all this information you're giving
honored,
me,
brother.
this is all treasure, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have my different styles of end swells, you know, for your cheekbones. Another one with a curvature for it, and you can also go flat with it. Ringside has one with a curve. I have 2 or 3 of these with a curve, so you can work those areas down a little bit more.
The most bloodiest fight you've worked, that you've put on a lot of work on?
MMA. MMA has given me quite a few bloody fights, multiple lacerations. You know, for the most part, most of my bloodiest fights happen in MMA, and that's the reason why I stay in that game, because it makes it easier for me when I transition back to boxing. I can manage those a little easier. Typically, you don't get as many cuts or as bad of a cut on a regular basis when you work MMA versus boxing. So yeah, you know, do a little bit of everything there. I thank you for your time. All the information you're giving us today, brother.
Serge.
Thank you for having me.
Andy Ruiz is in the house, and we'll go ahead and talk to the guys. Got a big fight coming up.
Yes,
and we'll be in touch. Thank you, Serge.
Thank you.